All right, well, we're talking about Lazybones.
Lazybones.
What can I say about Lazybones that hasn't already been said?
I would say Lazybones is probably our grooviest song on the record.
Third track on the record.
Yeah, it's a catchy song.
It is yet another song that's like a slang term. I don't know what you call that. We got goofball, worrywart, lazybones, whatever that grammatical thing is.
We like to consider it our lead single for the record Expel.
I guess it would be one of my favorite songs to play on the record.
Lazybones is just, pop punk glory. It's us. It's Light the Way.
This was the first chorus written for this record right after Long Story Short.
So this track we started fiddling around with like right after we put out Long Story Short. Andrew was writing it and showing us little bits of it, and we'd get excited about it and he'd be like, it's not ready.
I wrote a couple different versions of the verse and they kind of stunk and I didn't like them, so I just sort of sat on it. And then when we started putting Expel together, I brought it back out and wrote better verses, and yeah, we're really happy with how it came out. Really happy with how catchy the chorus is, just the whole song in general.
I would also say it's a spiritual successor to maybe Goofball, at least stylistically, if not also lyrically.
And it's one of our bigger, kind of signature pop punk jams. It's a extremely light the way song. It's kind of got some silliness to it, but it's also something that lyrically, something that like I've been experiencing and going through, and I think it's pretty relatable. A lot of people, most people, all people struggle with it.
I didn't write the lyrics, so I don't have much to say about the lyrics, but I relate to them. I relate to what Andrew wrote because I am a bit of a lazy bones. I can find myself being complacent and find myself being a non-active participant in my own faith or my own growth as a person.
I think lyrically writing it, the theme is more about kind of what we do when we're not working or sleeping, that sort of in-between time where it's really tempting to, binge watch TV shows or play video games. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think for me it's more about kind of where we're finding our rest. Jesus modeled withdrawing and resting, but it sort of speaks to the quality of the rest that we're getting, so to speak. And if we're just in our times of rest doing selfish things or self-satiating things like that all the time, then we're not really getting the rest that we need, and we should be getting rest and spending time with the Lord and through prayer and being in the Word and things like that. So the song was sort of reclaiming our times of rest, I guess.
Andrew wrote this song, so he wrote a lot of the guitar parts and vocal melodies and stuff like that. But this is one of those songs that he kind of was like, all right, you figure out what you want to do for your leads and stuff. So on the verses, I would just, there's 3 verses of this song. So each verse I had in mind to okay, whatever I do, it needs to be different each time.
We did a music video for this with our good friend Johnny of the Filthy Kids.
I met Johnny in 2002, was playing in a new metal Christian band, and I created a flyer looking for a guitarist and left it at a Christian bookstore in Elk Grove. The bookstore was called The Bible House, and it just said we were looking for a guitarist who was interested in bands like Zayo and Under Oath, Overcome, other bands like that of that era. And he saw the flyer and saw it said Zayo and called my number, and we connected. And basically from there, he played bass guitar for us because we needed a bassist. And it was a very short-lived time in that band, but those close quarters of a friendship through practice and gigs and whatnot solidified our friendship. Of course, over time, we lost track of each other and stuff until probably a couple years ago when another mutual friend who was in the band with us at the time told me that he ran into him. And from there, I got his number and we started talking. But it was great to work with Johnny on the music video. It was great to play music with him in the past. It's great to see him making music today in the band The Filthy Kids, and it's great that we've got to play some shows with them. It's amazing that how far, friendships can go, even when you don't talk to people for a while or you lose contact with people. It's nice to have Johnny back in my life again to collaborate on creative ideas for our band, but also to have him in a band as well and to be playing shows with them, here and there and whenever.
We had just a basic concept for the video of us being in our jammies and being lazy bums. And we just sort of came with our basic ideas to Johnny, and being the video creative that he is, he sort of took them and ran with them, and we're real happy with how it came out. Filmed it here in Casa de Apel.
I had a lot of fun shooting the music video, although I think I was asleep for most of it.
We still laugh about Evan and the glasses, and I don't think anybody commented on this. I feel like some of the eyes are one pair of eyes is very recognizable. One of them is George Clooney, and the other one was Tom Hanks. Apple printed out pictures of these guys and cut their eyes out, which is really weird. It's like stuff serial killers do. I mean, you have to know Apple. And then we just glued them onto cheap sunglasses from, dollar store or whatever. No, Party City. That's right.
All right, that'll do it.
I goes to sleep for most of it.
'Cause I'm a lazy bones, can't be bothered out of my comfort zone. Holy Spirit, will you light the fire? Consume my heart and soul, don't wanna be a lazy bone.